Hey everyone, Raffles here. Today we're going to be doing another deck profile, as you can tell. It's the Satellarknight deck. For the most part, I have it pretty much complete now. Just need a few other cards to make it actually complete, but whatever. It's still doing really well right now. Sadly, I haven't been able to enter it into a tournament yet, but because last week I wasn't able to enter in this week, this Thanksgiving, so yeah. So yeah, but against my few, against my friends and all of that, and on Dev Pro and stuff, it's doing really well. I've only really lost against the Pendulums, the new Pendulum deck, that Quirrell, whatever the hell it's called, but whatever. Um, so yeah. Um, guess there's not much else to really say right away. Um, yeah, let's get right down to it. It's a 40 card deck, so um, yeah. I run 2 Denubs. The reason I don't run 3 is because I don't have one. I only have 2, so yeah. The deck is pretty cheap for the most part, except the Nebs really, and the trap. But other than that, the deck's kind of pretty cheap. If you're willing to fork up at least enough to get 2 Denebs, you should be fine. Even 1's good because you could just keep using it. But yeah, he's the searcher. When he's summoned in when he's summoned, you get a search for another Satellarknight from the deck. Oh. Yeah, all the Satellarknights get their effect when they're summoned by normal summon, special summon, or whatever. And then the 3 Altair. He's basically the special summoning, or he's basically a Monster Reborn. Summon him, special summon him another one from the graveyard, and yeah, he's basically a Monster Reborn. When you use his effect, you can't attack with anything but Satellarknights. But usually when you use his effect, you go into their Exceed monsters, so it's not a big of a deal. And then 3 of the 1800 beater. I can't pronounce his name. I'm going to try. But yeah, most people will say run it at 2. It seems now. People ran it at 3 because the deck doesn't have that many monsters. But and then they took out like the 3rd one to put in the 3rd Rhoda. But I still think it's required at 3 because it's a good card. It's an 18 beater. It's basically a Foolish Burial. So instead of running Foolish, I'd run this. So it's always good. And then double Vega. This card's good, but I tried it at 3. It was not good. It was too cloggy. Because he's basically, when you summon him, he special summons one from the hand. So he sets off a lot of good plays as well, but if you don't have anything in the hand, you can't summon him. Since he can't summon himself, having 2 of them, it's like, really doesn't work out. So yeah. And then the 1 Alazam. This card is good. When he's summoned, you do 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. Pretty basic. Okay. And then 1 Sirius, I think that's how you pronounce his name. When he's summoned, you target 5 Satellarknights in the graveyard. I think it's monster though. Yeah, Satellarknight monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them back to the deck, and then draw 1. So yeah, basically a Pot of Avarice, just not as good because you only draw 1. Pot of Avarice, you draw 2, but whatever. Because there's not that many monsters in the deck, you want to be able to recycle, so yeah. And the 1 Procreon, or however you pronounce his name, when he's summoned, you could discard a Satellarknight to draw, and then draw 1. So yeah, these are basically in here because you like basically for the draw power. And then the last monster is the 1 Honest, because Honest wins games by himself. He's just ridiculous. So yeah, now to the spells. The deck is kind of even between the 3 types. The monster spells and traps are pretty much even. But yeah, you run the triple Rhoda, because it's a Rhoda. You need 3 Rhodas now. Because there's not that many monsters you want your search. You usually always have at least one of those searching in your first hand, which is really good. But you'll usually, if you get this first turn, you're gonna play it to get the nav and almost on the nav to search again. But it really depends on what your hand is. So, the double is probably duality. I did try this at 3 because a lot of people liked it at 3. I hate it at 3. I've always hated it at 3. So I've always, if I ever run it, I run it at 2 or 1. Because it's not that needed. Plus, it's an easy card to side out. That's what I did to be able to where there's pretty easy cards you could side out against players that you don't need. So yeah, you don't need dualities, but it's always good. It's only good really first turn, but whatever. The triple MST, really good. Obviously, back rows are still really strong right now. So yeah, the double Chalice. Chalice is freaking amazing. Chalice actually has saved me sometimes because, yeah, they stop your opponent for the most part. This spell I don't see anyone ever use really. It's the Skybridge, that's the Satellarknight Skybridge spell. It's a quick space spell. Got something in my throat or something. But yeah, it's pretty good. You target one Tellarknight on the field. You special summon one with from the deck that's a different name, and then you send the other one back to the deck. So it's basically a switch, but you'll get your other one's effect. It's a quick play. Use it during their end phases. During the battle phase, if you want to protect that monster, and something like the nav to get a search or something. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. I like it. Plus, it's a card you can side out without much problem. So the one Book of Moon, because yeah, it's okay. You can stop certain things with it. And the one Warrior Returning Alive. I run this instead of Regeki because Regeki is good, but this, you're gonna have your monsters hit the graveyard really fast in the deck, so it's always good to get them back because everything in here is everything in this deck is warriors. Plus Regeki is really only a good side deck card. It came back because it's not really that effective. I mean, yeah, it destroys their entire monster field, but with the decks right now, what it will basically do is destroy it, and all their monsters would probably get their effects, because that's basically what the deck. The decks right now are rolling over the graveyard, so they hit the graveyard and their effects go off, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, that's all the spells. Now to the traps. This is the only other really expensive one, the triple alpha. This is basically Judgment. This card is so freaking amazing. Obviously, unlike Judgment, it does not. Obviously, it's not Judgment. It doesn't negate summonings. But if it's a card you fear that they summon, most likely its effect's going to go off. So negate. So yeah. Yeah, it negates all effects. You can negate any effect you want by sending a Tellarknight to the graveyard, and then you draw one. So, and it destroys the card, and then you draw one. So it's just really amazing. And then the triple Call the Haunted. Call is just freaking really good in this deck. It is just freaking ridiculously good. So, yeah. You can actually do a combo if they MST it when they face down, chain it. The call will resolve first, so you get your summoning, and then but you still get your Tellarknight summoning effect, so it's really good. Then the double Breakthrough Skill, because it's Breakthrough Skill. The double Dimensional Prison, because you don't want their cards really to hit the graveyard anymore. The one Trap Stun, just before you can go for game, for the most part, and the one Compulse, because Compulse is always good. I don't main Bottomless like a lot of people like to. The reason is because right now Bottomless is pretty much dead. Because most monsters right now that get summoned period right now are like low leveled, like low attack and whatnot. So or can't be destroyed. The few that have really high attack can't be destroyed from card effect or whatever, so it's really, really annoying. But whatever. Same thing with Torrential. Activated Torrential. It's the same thing with another reason I don't run Torrential is because it's basically the same thing with Rigeki. Their effects will probably go off, and yeah, it's not worth it. The double Veilers is the side. This is the side deck. The double Veilers, the one Thunder King, the double Shed Rides for the decks that can really search. You will get draw power off it. The one Spell Shattering Arrow. If I can freaking find my other ones, I want to put a second one in here. But yeah, because that card is just great. The one No Mana Crossout. Again, I want to put a second one in, but I don't know what happened to them. I had like a whole freaking stack of them. I can't seem to find them anymore for some reason. So yeah, the one Prohibition. The one Rigeki, because Rigeki is good. It's just most decks that are really being played right now aren't really good. So I guess if it's in the side, so if you go against a deck that doesn't, you could always side it in. The one Cataclysmer, mainly for really heavy decks. You can blow up the back row. So the one Microcosmo, everyone tells me Microcosmo will hurt me. Yes, it does, but if you play it, most likely you're going to be in a really good position. And then if you also play it, they might end up using an MST on it. So if they MST it, you might have saved like your alphas or something. So it's always that. The one Soul Drain, because it's really good right now. The one Mind Drain. The one Tropical Nightmare, because Nightmare is still good. I mean, the only deck I fully sided in though is freaking Duelists for the most part, but I will find my second one for putting here. And the one Bottomless, because Bottomless is really good, but it's good. It's not really good anymore, but it's good. So you can still side it in against certain decks. So that's the side deck. Now the extra deck. The deck does revolve around this. Without this, you can't really play the deck that much. But yeah, two of the Del Toros, whatever, Del Taros, however you pronounce his name. One's a proxy right now. I did order it a second one, so but whatever. I haven't entered the tournament, so it's not like it fully matters as long as I have one physical of the card. So yeah, one Musketeer, because it's a Musketeer. It's good. For obvious reasons. The only card in the main extra deck you fully need is him, which is he's only like a $3 card, so whatever. And then the ultimate's like $5, so. And I think the ghost is like $6, but I'd rather have ultimates. The one Cowboy, because Cowboy. One Omega, because they're all lights. Omega's a good beater. The one 101, because it's 101. The one Exciton Knight, because it's Exciton Knight. The one Black Ship of Corn, because yeah, obvious reasons. You can even go for game with him a lot of times. And the one Mestroke. The one Photon chick, I can't pronounce her name. It's the butterfly one. When she switches them to attack mode, and then they lose 600 attack. So it's always good. The one Abyss Dweller, again, will stop those graveyard effects. The one De Sigma. The one Ophion. Oh wait, De Sigma is still really good in this format. You can go to him really easily with the deck. So he's really, really, really good. Take their monsters, their effects no longer hurt him. So, or their monsters period don't really hurt him anymore. The one Omega and the one M7. M7 is basically only in there because you can make Omega into M7, and yeah. So basically everything. That is the deck. I should probably mention this. This is actually probably the most consistent deck I've had. Besides Fire Kings, my Fire King deck for some reason is extremely inconsistent. But This deck is really good. I actually had a question asked if I choose this deck, would I choose this deck over Constellars? I do have Constellars as well, but yeah, I would choose this deck over it because Constellars are good, but this I just love Tellarknights a lot better. Constellars, the only reason Constellars are good is because they can have rank 3 and rank 5 as well. So, but most of the really good monsters are rank 3 or rank 4s. So, yeah. But yeah, for the most part, this deck, I actually dueled Constellars with this before, and then I wrecked it. I wrecked them. So yeah. I don't know. The guy could have maybe not failed that great of a build. He may have not been new to him, so I'm not going to say like it was guaranteed, but I don't know. Constellars. If this deck had a monster like Constellars do, where it can level you up and level you down, the deck probably would be a lot better because then you can run like Alucard and stuff as well, which would be cool because you can get rid of back row and shit. Which he can get rid of back row, but whatever. He technically he's basically better, but you need 3 for him. That's the thing. You need to get more monsters that are good. That are just 2 monsters. But whatever. For the most part, the deck is really good. It's probably my favorite deck at the moment. And then I was actually also asked, would I rather play this deck or by Fire Kings? What deck I think is better? I actually think Fire Kings are a lot better. My Fire King deck wrecked this deck. I actually dueled against my friend. Actually played my Fire King deck against me with it, and no, it wasn't my friend. It was my girlfriend that did it. Actually, she wanted to play and pass time really, and I was like the only deck who really can compete with me because hers isn't really good at all. But so yeah, so she used it against me and wrecked me after I told her how to play it, basically, with the main gist of it, and it destroyed the hell out of me. So it's because of Grunix. Grunix is OP. If you get Grunix going off, you can't stop it. Or you can stop one, but then the other Grunix will go off and just wreck you. So it really depends. But yeah, I guess that's everything. So, plus, another thing with Grunix, you can negate it with this, but since this destroys it, the Grunix effect will activate still because it was in the graveyard and it's the next turn anyways. So, yeah, I can stop it, but you can still technically stop it because of him, but you can only stop it for a short time because the Grunix is guaranteed to come back out, but whatever. Anyways, oh, I wasn't done actually. So yeah, I say Fire Kings are better at the moment, but since Satellarknight got new support within 2 packs, they came out and then the next pack gave them some more support. I'm guessing they might make even more support for Satellarknights. So hopefully they will maybe make a few more monsters that make the deck a little quicker or something. But yeah. But if which one I would choose, I'd actually choose this one over it because this deck is a lot funner. It's a lot more. There's a good chance you're gonna win, but yeah, there's still a chance you're gonna lose. Fire Kings, yeah, there is, but most likely if you can get Grunix going off, you're gonna win because they can only stop one of them usually. So yeah, but yeah, I guess that's everything. I guess I'll. If you guys want, I can work on some Stellars, but yeah, I have them still. I have most of them still. I have the whole deck still. Just I would have to get staples again because I ain't gonna take these apart to get them to work again. But yeah, if you guys want me to, I can get that deck back up. I have Harpies as well, but I don't know. I lost interest in Harpies, and they're good, but I don't know. They're just not, I guess, my style. I guess. But yeah, I know I said this in my a few videos back, that I hopefully will be starting uploading my next walkthrough as well. It should be up soon. I'm gonna start recording it like literally when I finish this, so hopefully I can get at least one part up tonight. If not, I can do it tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow or whatever, or I can even do it Thanksgiving. I think about it. I don't have anything to do Thanksgiving. I'll be at home most likely. I might go to my locals because a few of them might go down there, but whatever. Guess that's everything. Yeah. See you all next time, everyone. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think of the deck. I know my decks tend to be a little different than others, but I know that I've dueled against a lot of decks that people have mimicked online, from online profiles and stuff, and I did get wrecked by some of them. But to tell you the truth, I tried to make the deck really good where you can win with it, but you're gonna have fun with it. You don't know you're gonna win. I hate those decks that you know you're gonna win. I mean, I built an Exodia deck, but I didn't build the FGK build. I just built one that would basically stall and a lot of draw power. So whatever. I guess I'm just a rebel that way. Well, I guess that's everything, everyone. So see you all next time, everyone.